Hello people from YouTube, let's begin with our painting. This is going to be a swamp, kind of a autumn swamp. So the colors are gonna be kind of warm. What you're gonna see is going to be pretty shiny. I'm starting with cadmium yellow right in the middle, making this kind of circle, and around it I'm going to spread some cadmium red. Super easy. Grab a good amount of paint with your brush and start from the corners, okay? And as we are going into the yellow, we're going to be very careful to not kill it right away. We kind of need to get rid of some of the paint on our brush around in that very heavy red area, and as we going into the yellow, we're going to start dotting to make these marks of foliage far in the back, okay? So be very careful with the amount of paint in your brush. That's the key. Okay people, this is pure violet or purple. You can use any of those. You can mix your own, but this is right out of the tube, okay? And I'm dotting. Remember, I'm darkening the perimeter of the canvas. The perimeter of the canvas, because that part in the middle is where the light is going to be shining through the foliage, okay? This part in the bottom, I'm not closing it entirely, okay? With foliage. This part in the bottom is going to be water, and we want to be kind of going this way to the back, so we need a little bit of an opening there. I'm just spreading here a little bit of the same violet or purple, remember, and if those work, more violet, darkening a little bit more these parts where the water is supposed to be darker, okay? Deeper. This is going to give us the impression that this is very muddy water, okay? Water from the swamp. Okay, I'm dotting just a little bit here, more on these bushes. Around here too. But remember, we want to give this water a road to the back, okay? So don't close this part, this bottom part, all the way. Okay, let me add a little bit of highlights here. Just be very careful when you go into the yellow, okay? When you go with your brush from the red to the yellow, be very careful. I'm wiping my brush with a paper towel every time I do that, okay? So be very careful. Be very careful. We just need a little bit of touches of color back there to give us this texture of foliage in the distance, but it's not close to us. So that's why it's not defined. Okay, I'm overloaded here my brush with yellow, okay? It's super loaded. I have a blob of paint on my bristles, and I'm pulling right down, okay? Just one stroke, we only have one stroke. Otherwise, the yellow is going to start to mix with the purple behind, and it's going to become brown. We don't want that, okay? So it's just one stroke. A lot of paint on my brush, and one stroke down. Okay, same brush. I'm painting with air here, barely touching, and look the effect we are getting, pretty good. But remember, I'm painting here with air. I just want to move the upper layer of paint. I don't want to move the purple behind. Very carefully, okay? Paint with air. Imagine you're holding a feather. That's the key on this part. We want to mix these colors with the purple behind. Very cool. It's going to work, you don't worry. Don't worry, it already looks super wet, but we're going to add more touches to the water. Darkening these bushes a little bit more with the same purple. Just more touches of color here to close our eyes on the central part of the canvas, okay? Very cool. Nice, a little bit more. Here I just picked red paint, but it's super diluted with solvent, okay? It's super diluted, so it looks like a watercolor. Super transparent, super liquid, okay? I'm drawing these branches, these trees, again, far in the back. Far in the back. That's why they are not that defined in color, okay? They are not that vibrant. That's why the value is lighter than the bushes in the front. Okay, just little flicks and branches. Careful, we need those spots of yellow shining on the sides of these trees, okay? Okay. Now I'm rolling my brush because it is already with a very little amount of paint on the bristles, okay? Now I'm creating this kind of tree shape very far in the back. Okay, a little bit of that here too. Some more twigs, branches. Remember, this is super easy painting. I'm picking titanium white, and I'm just making the central part shine more. This isn't the sun, it's just the light shining very hard through this foliage back there, okay? Very cool. Super easy. Look how I dotted all this. It's going to help me too to achieve that sensation of texture of the foliage back there. I'm softening this part again a little bit more, but be very careful. Pay attention to your brush. If it starts to stain your colors, wipe it with a paper towel. This is pure white, pure black, people. We're starting to paint our foreground, our ground, which is bushes, plants, some grounding for the trees that we are going to have here, okay? Remember, this is an easy painting, so that's why we are playing with silhouettes. Again, pure black, and I'm darkening this part, okay? Kind of where the light is not hitting that much. Cool. But look, pay attention how I'm trying to shape the bushes that are there, okay? It's not just a solid mass of black. Very cool. Very cool. Now with our palette knife, we're going to paint with the edge of the palette, please. With the edge. And if we want to create this kind of effect of mud right there in the shoreline, just push it a little bit more, but only a little, not much. Remember, most of it is only the edge of the palette knife. Very cool. There's your super shiny water on this very muddy water. Looks cool. Looks cool. Remember to break those black lines of those bushes. That creates the sensation of the reflection in the water. And you know this part pretty well. This is super diluted paint, black paint with solvent. And we're drawing these trees without leaves because this is the autumn, remember? This is the autumn. Let's make this a little bit different. Maybe kind of broken. Yeah, this is going to be kind of broken in this part, but it's going to look cool, you'll see. Remember, super diluted paint with solvent, not with oil, please. With oil you might have problems, adherence problems, okay? The paint won't stick to your paint back there, because this is already very oily. That's the thing, that's why we need the solvent to cut those oils back there and allow us to put more paint while the paint in the background is fresh, okay? Very good. Pick some branches, remember? And remember that you'll need this exact shape of trees in your painting. Nice. Let me break this a little bit more. Go looking cool. And we are almost done, people. Remember, this is the part where I'm staying, adding twigs and branches, touching the bushes. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next time.